are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Good to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
I'm glad that you decided to come back and meet with me again.
Mm-hmm.
So just to kind of reflect on what we talked about last time, I know we talked a little bit about your boyfriend and your mom. So I kind of just want to know, how are things going? How are things with you and your boyfriend? How was this past week?
Not too good. This week he has known that I'm coming to see you, and he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that I'm bringing my relationship to other people and telling them about that, and so the abuse is getting worse. It's getting worse than just a physical abuse. It's physical abuse. It's like more emotional now and verbal abuse. So that's been hard this week, and just trying to keep up with my studies while he's in my head, and it's just bad. And like for the last month or so, I've been wanting to break up with him, but I just don't know how to, because I'm scared of what he'll react or how he'll react, and like that's just a fear that I have, and like I know I could do it, but I'm just scared of the after effect that will come from it, and I don't know like how to do that. And I don't want to break his heart, but I mean, I know it's not good to get beaten, and I know it's not good to be in that type of relationship. It's not healthy, but when you're with somebody for that long, you don't really know what to do. So.
Well, it's good that you see that. You know what's right. That's definitely the first step. So I'm happy to hear you say that you know that you deserve better. And that's really important. So do you have any close friends that you've talked to about this, or anybody that knows your relationship that has advised you to break up with him, or is this something that you have come up with on your own? Can you tell me about that?
I mean, like, people know that he's been abusive before, so everybody in my school knows that about him, and I don't really have too many close friends just because he doesn't really like me having close girlfriends or close guy friends at all. But so they've all told me that I can't be in that relationship with him, and so that's been hard that they didn't approve or they don't support it. But I think like the people that I tell the most is my best friend, who she actually lets me stay at her house when I don't want to be at my house with my mother, or home at my boyfriend's house whenever he's in a bad mood. So I stay there, and her parents are really nice and supportive, and they keep ensuring me that like it's not right and that I need to get out of it, and that they'll help me any way that they can. But I think the most influential person to me is my youth pastor, Andrew. He is aware of like the bruises and like the marks on my body, and like he is the one who asks me about it weekly and asks me like how I'm doing and stuff like that. So he's probably more in on it than anyone, because he asks about it, and other people just bat an eye at it. But he really wants to make sure that I'm okay, and he's done multiple times where he wants to get me out of a relationship and have him break up with me. But I mean, it's a really sticky situation when you don't know what he's gonna do afterwards after I break up with him. So we'll see.
So I'm hearing that Andrew is somebody that you trust. How long have you known him?
Well, he's been going to my church for a while, but he became a youth pastor about like 5 years ago, and I've been in high school for 3 years, so really closely 3 years now. So.
And would you say that you have a close relationship with him?
I do, yeah. I mean, I go to him for everything, and he's more of a person who doesn't try to change my opinion, or he just kind of tells me what's true, and like that abuse is bad, and like he doesn't want to make my decision for me, because if he tells me to break up with him and I don't want to, I know that I'll just run back to my boyfriend Mark. So yeah, I mean he giving me space just really makes it easier to talk to him about everything, and so I would say that I talk to him most about everything that's happening in my life right now.
So I heard you say that you don't want Andrew to make this decision for you about breaking up with your boyfriend, and I think that's great. So it sounds like you do want to break up with your boyfriend. Is that correct? Yes? Okay. Is there any Have you thought about talking to your boyfriend with Andrew, since he's someone that you trust?
I have, but I keep thinking about the pros and the cons of the situation, of what's the best way to break up with him, or what's the worst way, and I thought about doing it with Andrew, but like I know Mark, and I know who he is, and I know what he does, and he's the type of person that would be good in front of people and act well and act nice and not feel a lot of emotion or show a lot of emotion in that moment or not act angry. And then as soon as he gets alone time with me, like that's when the abuse happens. And so I think that's what I'm scared for, is that even if someone does go with me, that I'm not going to be safe afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know to what extent he'll go. He may just get mad and then leave it at that and say he's better off without me, and that would hurt, or he could take it to the extreme level of harassing me or following me or stalking me. So I don't really know what Andrew would do in that situation, because he can't watch after me 24/7. But so I think that's just where my dilemma is I don't know what would happen the situation after I break up with him or talk to him. So
okay. So you mentioned that you kind of have an idea of a pro and con list regarding breaking up with Mark. Can you tell me some of the pros and cons to it?
Well, obviously I wouldn't be abused anymore. That would be one less thing for me to worry about with school. It's not a healthy relationship, so I'd be getting rid of that, and I'm not happy, so I'd be happier breaking up with him, hopefully. And the cons would be that I won't have anybody to come home to or to spend time with, and I'll be alone. Or I won't have anybody to vent to, even though I don't really vent that much anymore like I used to, because he doesn't really listen anymore. And then I wouldn't have another place to stay other than at my house, other than my best friend's house too. But so those are just a few of the things that I've been thinking about with breaking up with Mark. And I don't even know if I'll have the courage to really do it. I don't know if I want to, but I don't know. He doesn't know any of this that I'm thinking. He knows that I'm not happy, but he doesn't know that I want to break up with him. So,
well, I think it's awesome that you have made that list for yourself. That shows that you really are thinking about this and that it is a big deal to you. But I want to ask you this question. If you went to bed tonight and you woke up in the morning and a miracle had happened and you didn't know, what would your life look like tomorrow in an ideal world, and with your boyfriend? So it doesn't have to be Mark, but what does your ideal relationship look like in your mind?
Yeah. So I think if this were to happen, this miracle, that I would wake up one morning and I would be in a relationship with a guy who cares about me, wants to help take care of me. I want to take care of him, who asks me how my day has gone, how I'm doing, how I'm really doing, and not just not mean it, ask but not mean it. Someone who wants what's best for me and not what's best for him. And someone who goes to church and wants to go there even if I'm not there. And I think that also will allow me to have my own friends, and that's okay, and that he doesn't have to know everything about me. And I think it's just someone that my mom would approve of too. I think that would help, and my friends would approve of also. I think that would be amazing. So if that were to happen, that would be my ideal. Just someone who really cares, who wants to treat me right.
So it sounds like you have an idea of the type of person that you want to be with, right?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. To have that goal set in mind and to know that that's what you are aiming towards. Do you think that this week, is there anything that you'd like to do? Would you like to think about this some more? We can think about this some more and talk about it more next week. Or whatever you decide to do it's up to you. What are your thoughts about your future goals?
Yeah. I think I want to spend a little bit more time thinking about what right way I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important, not just to jump in and do it whenever I please or however I want, but to really put his emotions into it also and think about him in the situation. And so I think I want to think about it and then see what I can do or what we can do next week and see how I can get help for that in any way. And I don't know, I think it'll be good to really put my focus on what I need to do this week and really think about that and make sure it's the right decision in my head before I do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Thank you so much for sharing with me and just being open. I look forward to meeting with you next week.
All right. Bye.